All the cars are ready to go and on the grid. The race will start in 3 beeps time. And we're underway in Hirochi Raceway, and it's a poor start from Bones. It'll give BeamNG an opportunity to battle for the lead, but Bones has that inside line and he'll be able to maintain the lead through the first couple of corners as all the cars come through. So far unscathed, there's been no instance, and burning down the inside, but Bones shuts him off, going a bit on the grass there. And Farmboy had a slow exit. He'll be losing positions down this straight as BeamNG gets the slipstream and pulls behind Bones, going for the lead into the braking zone. Who will brake later? Oh, and Bones barely keeps it, and BeamNG goes deep and is now losing positions. Striker goes by and Blurry is now side by side. Apex has made up 3 positions in the opening stages of the race. The cars are all still very close together as Bones is starting to pull away for a bit of a lead, and Apex trying to go down the inside of another car. Oh, and Bones is off into the grass and he'll spin. Striker takes the lead and all the cars take avoiding action. BeamNG is off into the grass. He cuts across the track and oh, that's a massive crash. Farmboy is taken out by BeamNG, who had lost control at that point. He was on the grass and he might have touched the wall there, but the racing still continues as Seth tries to go down the inside of Idodododa. Oh, and I'm hearing Striker has gone off and he's losing positions. We can't see it right now, but he's dropped down to 3rd, and Blurry now re-inherits the lead. We haven't even finished the first lap yet as Seth comes through, having completed that move on Idodododa. I've heard that Bones is able to keep on going in this race. The cars are side by side as they cross the line. Apex challenging from the lead after starting in 7th, and he has made the move on Blurry. He is the new race leader as we enter lap 2 of this race. We've lost our race leader. He's gone down to 6th, and 2 cars have crashed out, but Bones is able to keep on going, albeit with a big deficit, and Apex is now pulling away from Blurry and the other cars as Seth goes for a move on Striker and makes a clean overtake. Striker now dropping down the order relatively quickly, and Idodododa is now in 5th after starting from the back. He was the fastest car in qualifying and he looks to be putting the pressure on Striker here. But that was a dramatic opening lap in this race, and we'll have a moment to look at a couple of replays now. We'll have to cut back to that battle in a second. But this is a crash in the opening lap. BeamNG just losing it on the grass and then hitting the wall, and by then he couldn't control his car, and so Farmboy was a sitting duck, just unfortunate to be in the path of the car. And this was all caused by Bones' initial spin, which sent the grid into chaos, and that's a very heavy impact for those 2 cars there. At the moment, BeamNG is classified ahead of Farmboy, but that might change with the penalty coming his way, because that probably was avoidable if he hadn't have gone onto the grass. Riding on board with the unlucky Farmboy, who barely avoids Bones. That was already a good enough save there, but then another car comes to collect him as BeamNG loses complete control. Farmboy was an innocent bystander in that one, nothing he could have done. And this was right after Striker took the lead, after Bones was off on the grass. The overtake for the lead that we missed, where he went a little wide, and both Apex and Blurry took advantage of that and went up into 1st and 2nd position, and then in the following corner Apex will take the lead. So we jump back onto live on board with Idodododa. Oh, and no, and BeamNG's car has seemed to have flicked up off the barrier. Is that some sort of side effect of the aerodynamics of these cars? There's been reports that the side drafting mod pulls cars around it towards it, and that could have caused that incident. But that's heavy damage for Idodododa, the fastest guy in qualifying. He might be able to make it to the pits and repair that damage, but it might be too much for him. There was a complete wheel missing as we start the 3rd and final lap of this race. It's been a short and sharp sprint, but definitely action-packed. And you can see there, that's Bones losing it into the sand there in a replay, and he was beached and wasn't able to get going again. So that's race over for him. Unfortunate after he started in 1st. He would have wanted to maximize this sprint, but the car who did maximize this sprint is Apex as he comes through the last section of a lap. It's been quite a chaotic sprint here, and Apex has taken advantage of all the chaos and come out as the first race winner of an event in the BeamNG AI Series. Apex wins the sprint in Hirochi Raceway. Blurry comes home in 2nd place, and Seth will come home in 3rd. A pretty decent result for Striker coming in 4th, and Idodododa is a little further behind because he had to pit after sustaining damage in a very unusual incident. But the man who was fastest in qualifying will come over the line 5th in the race and we do have 3 cars that weren't able to finish. They were Bones, Farmboy and Burning. Farmboy and Burning in a big crash. But here is your results. Apex is the winner, followed by Blurry and Seth, who make up the podium. Pen Striker comes 4th. Out of the Dodo climbs into 5th. Bones gets 6th after starting 1st in the race, and Farmboy and Burning were out in that crash, of course. And that means, of course, that Apex will be our championship leader, scoring 8 points, and then the points just go down one by one, down till Burning, who was last in this race after receiving a penalty for that crash. The racers together voted that would be the verdict, so that means he'll be last in the championship. Everyone scores points here because it's only 8 races so far, but I'm sure that number will increase. If you want to hear more about how you could partake in the series, or at least drive with the drivers, please check out the Discord below. And also a huge thanks to Connect Hosting, who is providing the servers for the series. Couldn't thank them enough. And I'll see you next time for the main race. Goodbye.